Hey, Steve Mignani here, inside today. No junkyard crawl, it's too snowy and cold, it's Massachusetts, it's January. So instead we're in the house doing what's called the Hot Wheels Sizzlers Crawl. Now if you're a kid of any age, you'll of course know what Hot Wheels cars are. They first debuted in 1968, I believe, and this is the Mad Maverick, which is a very popular example from I think 1970 or so. Ford's Maverick, of course, was a big deal on the scene, and Hot Wheels magic was really about using the red line tires, the chrome wheels, the Spectra Chrome or Spectra Flame paint, and having opening hoods with sort of exaggerated hot rod motors. That was cool. The only downside is that Hot Wheels cars don't move on their own. So Hot Wheels addressed that in a couple different ways. First and foremost, they had these powerhouses, this thing right here. The track would go through it like this, and then inside of this thing are foam wheels. There's batteries inside so that when you turn this handle here, the foam wheels inside start it up. And there's even speed settings on the side of this thing. So the foam wheels would cause the car to scoot around the track, slow down, and then hit it again and go around. So it was kind of a perpetual motion machine. But this is the Hot Wheels Supercharger. Now, if this wasn't good enough, well, Hot Wheels had something new in 1969 called the Sizzlers. And this is an original box to a Sizzlers juice machine. And what the juice machine is basically a recharger for the electrically driven Hot Wheels Sizzlers. Now, Sizzlers looked like the regular Hot Wheels. They had the red line tires, similar chrome wheels, but they had thin plastic bodies and electric motors inside. Another thing too, the Sizzlers were available in a variety of body styles. Here's the GT40 or Mark II or whatever it is. And then there was a Trans Am Firebird 69 type deal. Bosch 302 Mustang. This would have been chrome when new, but it now is faded out. But again, the Sizzlers were similar to a metal Hot Wheels car, but they had a plastic body and a plastic chassis. And one thing about them is the rear tires actually had rubber bands that would fit over the plastic inner, which gave them traction. But here's the thing. Do these Sizzlers still sizzle? Well, I got some fresh batteries, big, massive, I think B batteries, whatever they are. Put them in the Sizzler juice machine. So let's plug one in and see if it still works after sitting dormant for who knows how long. So the thing is, you plug it in on the side, like so, like that. Okay, and then you push down on the top of the button right here for 90 seconds. And they say that this is the longest 90 seconds or a minute and a half in a kid's life. But the thing with the Sizzlers, of course, was these were available between 1969 and about 1978. And they even did shoot-offs or offshoots like the Main Line, I think it was called, which was a train set, which had little trains with cars that would zip around a track. But again, it was all about the self-contained, I believe it was a nickel-cadmium internal battery, like a watch battery, but it was quickly charged by the juice machine. So we're probably into about 45 seconds or so, halfway there. And again, being an 8-year-old kid waiting for the juice machine to do its thing for a minute and a half must have seemed like an eternity, but we're almost there. We're probably another 20 seconds or so away. But you know, the thing of it is, I haven't tested this thing. I love doing stuff live, like right now. I'm not sure if you had to hold this thing down or just hit it once to target or to trigger the charge process. I would tend to think that it's probably very analog. I'm sure that if you don't hold this down, it ain't charging. So we're probably close to being charged. Now this Sizzler has not been tested. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. We'll find out in about 5, 4, 3, 2, skip ad now. All right, let's turn it on. Nothing. Okay, nothing. There's an on-off switch. I see a lot of green, like fomentation. It probably has failed over time. There's 3 others here that we could spend another minute and a half on each to charge. Let's skip that. But if you ever wondered what's inside of a Sizzler, here's the thing. They're not disassemblable. They're basically heat swedged at the factory. The body and the chassis stay together perpetually, unless you're like me. Then you break out your Dremel tool like this, and again, using electricity, which I have to plug in. Of course, this just unplugged. Of course it did. This is live. Okay, I'm back. Okay, the charging on these things didn't work. So let us now grind open, let's take the crappiest one, This one here is kind of gross. It has no wheels. So let's grind on the heat swedge and see what's inside the Sizzler. Dig a big hole. Okay. All right, so the battery, the frame, yeah, okay. Let's watch together. Okay, the body and the chassis are separated. Oh, okay. Now look at all that green crap inside of there. That's definitely not making good electrical contacts. That's probably part of our issue. But there's the electric motor at the back over the rear wheels, mounted transverse, so the wheels are driven directly. There's no gear train. Again, these were probably about $1.90 when they were new, which is twice the price of a regular die-cast Hot Wheels. Inside the body, here's the magic. This thing right here, that goofy little battery. I believe it's a NiCad, nickel cadmium, although I'm not a big battery expert guy. But here it is right here. This is the object right here. In addition to all of that junk on the contacts, it's definitely made this Sizzler fizzle. But anyway, that's the story of the Sizzlers. Again, 1969 through 78. Kind of collectible, but to be honest, because of this trouble with the charging systems and the fact that they don't really work all the time. And beyond that, the plastic body, a radical departure from the classic metal body on those Hot Wheels that we know and love. Sizzlers never really took off, and today they're kind of collectible, but for me it's mostly about the box art, the packaging. Look how cool that is, the illustration of the kid in his living room with his car charged up, and just the graphics, the font there, that sort of vibrating Sizzlers motif. Just really brilliant marketing toward kids. So anyway, that's the story of the Sizzlers, or in this case, the Fizzlers. Elon Musk ain't got nothing on these cars. Of course, his actually work. But if you like this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Maggs YouTube channel.